Last week's question of the week was this: what do you think about AT&T requiring shared data plans for FaceTime over cellular? And no doubt many people felt strongly about this, and for that reason we had a lot of responses. So let's jump right into some of those responses now. Big Brother has this to say: I believe that AT&T has a right to charge for FaceTime over cellular. And his reasoning is that, well, they have to make up for the loss of revenue with iMessage since people use text messaging a lot less now. I guess that's reasonable. App3604 says, I can see things from both sides of the spectrum. I think AT&T is pretty brave with their apparent disregard of the FCC's net neutrality rules. It can be a real dangerous slippery slope to go down. If they get away with the FaceTime requiring a different plan nonsense, then what's to stop them from doing the same thing with iMessage? That's a good point. Xroot says, what I don't understand are those who keep saying that's why they're switching to Verizon. Are they any better? Do you not think they will do the same thing? These companies follow each other, and that's really true. I mean, one company does one thing and then the other one follows suit right after that. So you just kind of have to keep in mind that both companies are in this to make money and to get as many dollars from the consumer as possible. MacBoy74 shares a similar sentiment. He says he's not with them, so I don't care. I'm with Verizon and they're no better. I love people saying forget them, leave them to go to Verizon. It's the same thing on all the carriers. Jesse Matterly says, I just don't get it. I have to choose a specific type of data plan to access a feature that uses the same data used by any other feature and offered by any other plan. It should be pay this much for this amount of data. And that really is why people are so upset over this. You're using the exact same data, the data you've been using all along, except now AT&T wants to charge you for using the data in certain ways. That's where the whole net neutrality thing comes into play. Monty says, people, stop complaining. You don't like it? Then move on to another company. Muhammad actually likes the idea of shared data. It works for him and his family. I honestly don't mind. I'm mainly only FaceTime family, and he likes FaceTime because it's free to use with relatives in other countries. So it will work with some families. In some situations, shared data is actually more desirable. And last but not least, a nice critique under the shade tree says, Jeff, I understand that this is a new thing that you're trying out, but I don't like it. I followed subscribe to you because you helped me learn about jailbreaks, tweaks, things of that nature. And he doesn't really like this whole format, the question of the week, all that. What do you guys think? I understand this is quite different from the normal videos that I do, but I thought it would be nice to communicate with you guys a little bit more in depth, have some feedback going both ways, and just see what you guys think about the various topics that are popular throughout each week. So again, let me know your feedback on this this video question of the week. If you don't like it, then we won't do it. But if you do, we'll continue to do the same thing. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And this week's question is, was the Samsung versus Apple verdict fair? Did you think that the verdict in the Samsung versus Apple trial was fair to both parties involved? Well, obviously, Samsung was the big loser here. Apple came away with, over $1 billion worth of damages. And some of those Samsung devices may be banned as well, although they are the older devices, so it won't hurt too much going forward. But that was a lot of money to lose on Samsung's part. What do you think about the trial? Was it fair? Was the verdict fair? Do you think that they were guilty of copying or plagiarism, or not plagiarism, but just blatant copying the iPhone and the iPad and things of that nature? Let me know what you guys think about the trial and the verdict in the comment section. And again, we'll post your comments and thoughts next week on the question of the week. This is Jeff with iDownloadBlog.